Yo, what's going on out there, fight? Well, this your boy Money back with another one, fam. And this one here is on a future Hall of Famer and an up and coming rising big dog in this fight game. We have Terence T-Boy Crawford, the three-division world champion, a former undisputed world champion, the current WO welterweight world champion, considered number one pound for pound to a lot of people. Then we have Jaron Ennis, one of the up and coming rising welterweights in the game, a top contender, waiting for his opportunity to become a world champion against one of the top shotters. Now, everybody wanted to see Terence Crawford versus Earl the Truth Spence Jr. We all know the fight fell apart because Terence Crawford, he ducked the fight, ran out the back door, and went and signed the fight with BLK Prime to fight David Avenesian. Then a lot of people wanted to see Terence Crawford versus Jaron Ennis, right? A lot of people feel like that fight can happen if Earl Spence go up to 54. A lot of people don't know what's going down. Now, after Jaron Ennis just had that performance this past Saturday on the Gervonta Tank Davis undercard as a co-main event, we all know Terence Crawford and his team looking at Boots like, look here, man, my footwork and my skill set and my power, we probably would have beat the shit out of you in that fight. You understand? We would have beat the shit out of you in that fight, and there's nothing nobody can say or do because we seen Karen C, I call him KC, can't pronounce the last name, the Ukrainian who Boots just fought, move around the ring and give you problems. You did give you problems. And a lot of people look at Terence Crawford as a mover, right? Now, Boots. Everybody look at Boots. That's the next big thing at 147. People want to see Boots fight Earl. People want to see Boots fight Bud. They feel like he can beat both. Some people feel like he can beat Bud, lose to Earl. Some people feel like he can beat Earl, lose to Bud, right? But nonetheless, that Philly boy is coming, right? But Boots went into that ring. He had to figure some things out. Just went 12 rounds for the first time, and he shut him out. Don't get me wrong, he shut out my mans, But a lot of people feel like it's some things that Boots got to work on, after him going 12 rounds with my guy. Right? Boots has all the skills in the world. People love his speed. People love his power. People love that he's a switch hitter. There's a lot of things that you can like about Jaron and especially when you're up and coming and you calling everybody out and you looking good, in front of people that you should look good against. You know what I'm saying? So no knocks to Boots. But we know Boots, he still want Bud Crawford. He feel like Terence Crawford is a lesser opponent than this guy right here, Earl the Truth Spence Jr., right? Jaron Ennis, his father, and the whole camp out there in Philly, they praise Earl, they give him his just due, and they feel like that Earl Spence is better than Terence Crawford. Let's just say it. So many words. They feel like Earl Spence is better than Terence Crawford. They feel like he's a tougher fight for Jaron Ennis than Terence Crawford. Even though a lot of people want to see Earl and Bud in that ring because it is the number one and the number two fighters at the welterweight division with Earl Spence holding 3 scraps and Terence Crawford holding 1 scrap. And if they fight, we all know it's for undisputed. But at the same time, a lot of people want to see Earl fight Boots. A lot of people want to see Bud fight Boots. And, it is what it is. Ain't nothing wrong with it when you're the up-and-coming rising, phenom, as some people say, and you want to take on the champions. But Earl and Bud is not, lions on their way out the door. And I keep saying that. Earl Spence and Terence Crawford still has a lot in the gas tank. They not just fit to go and lay down. They not looking for a way out right now as I see it. Now, a lot of people look at Terence Crawford like, dude, you ain't want that smoke with Earl Spence, so you might be looking for a way out. It's a lot of shit that people go feel. But when it comes to Jaron Ennis and Terence Crawford, I think Terence Crawford, probably a little bit at ease His team is probably a little at ease after seeing Boots in that 12-round fight and saying that, he does this wrong, he does that wrong, he does this wrong. We can take advantage of this, we can take advantage of that, and we can take advantage of this. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to have tape on a fighter. Always good to have tape on a fighter, right? What Boots was doing in the ring, what he was doing against his opponents, he was turning their ass down. He was knocking them out, looking spectacular. You know what I'm saying? Him and Bud had a common opponent in Thomas Delorme. We seen what Boots did to him, since people like to compare Earl Spence and Terence Crawford, common opponents. Well, we seen what Boots did to the common opponent of a Terence Crawford. So, a lot of people looked at Boots as he would go in there and walk through Terence Crawford. A lot of people feel like Bud is not on his level. They feel like Boots is too big, too skillful. He's the more natural switcher because we know Terence Crawford switched from lefty to righty and shit like that. So it was a lot of things that was put on the table comparing Terence Crawford and Jaron Ennis, and what people feel like what will happen in a fight between them two. You understand? But I always felt like Bud and Earl still beat Jaron Boots Ennis right now. And I still feel like that. On the simple fact of Terence Crawford has the experience inside that square circle. He has the experience, bro, of being in the big fights. You know what I'm saying? Of being hit, being hurt, figuring it out. Of going 12 rounds so many times. You know what I'm saying? Of not being the best fighter in the ring with every attribute. So you got those experiences that plays a key when you're in the big fights. You know what I'm saying? Even with the crowd. Even with the big-ass crowds. Like, all that shit plays a part when it comes to big-time fights. And Jaron Boots Ennis is picking up on the experience. Even though he has X amount of fights that he didn't have them big fights bringing out the big crowd, being the main event. You know what I'm saying? And this time he dealt with some adversity. Bro. Currently coming out to just stand in front of him and just bang it out, get his ass knocked out, get his check and go home. No, they came in with a game plan. Like I said, the game plan wasn't to be successful and go out there and win a fight, but it was a cool game plan to make sure you don't get hurt too bad, right? Survive 12 rounds, because like I say, he got shut out all 12. I gave Boots every round, right? Survive 12 rounds and you know, make the boy work. And if he's that good, well, he'll cut the ring off, he'll beat my body down, and he'll stop my ass. But the Ukrainian had experience, and it showed in the ring. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Terence Crawford has. He has way more experience than Jaron Boots Ennis, way more poise. And he's like, when you look at the styles, you got to say Terence Crawford, from looking at Boots and against what he had to do of chasing somebody down, you can say Terence Crawford have the more patient style of knowing how to get to the fighter, break you down, and then get your ass up out of there. You know what I mean? Boots followed a lot that night. Bud is go, step to you, cut the ring off this way, that way. Bud is going to make sure you get to the body on you, try to break you down, and don't just be head hunt. It's a lot of more things that come with experience, bro. And that's what Bud got over Boots. And I'm quite sure, like I said, once he saw that fight, if he saw the fight, right? We all know nowadays fighters, I'm not supporting this and I'm not supporting that, and I don't care about him and I don't care about him. Oh, well, it's on my trainer to watch it. I don't like all that wicked shit. But nonetheless, right, Boots did say he didn't watch Terence Crawford shit. So if Terence Crawford say he didn't watch Boots shit, so I understand. It is what it is. But if they have to see each other in that ring, they will be studying each other. Coaches studying them, and they will be studying too. But, looking at what happened Saturday night, Terence Crawford is probably a little bit more, easy to probably negotiate a fight with Jaron Boots Ennis. You know what I mean? Not saying that he's afraid of the man and shit like that. So don't come over here, man, we're trying to make it like Bud scared of Boots, man. Come on, man. Boots ain't done that, man. Come on, man. Y'all just be riding these dudes nuts, man. Come on, man. You just said it yourself. You can't beat him. I've been telling y'all this. Go back and check my videos. I've been saying that I got Bud and Earl over Boots right now because they not old lines out the door. They still standing on their pride land. They still hungry, and they got something in their tank, But Jaron Boots Ennis is coming. He is coming. I'm not devaluing Boots with a skill set and nothing like that because of what happened. It's just that experience plays a big part, man, when it comes to these big time fights. It does, bro. And when you're in there with a motherfucker that know how to hit you back and know how to take different angles, know how to get to your body, know how to do certain things that you know how to do when you ain't the best at every goddamn thing in the ring, like Earl Spence and the Terence Crawford, bro, then yeah, you have to be on your shit. That experience you're going to need. You can't be out there just rushing and throwing, lunging off your feet, head hunting all day because they not right there in front of you, bro. You can't do that type of shit and think you're not going to pay for it. These for Earl Spence and Terence Crawford going to make you pay. They're going to make you pay. You know what I mean? Cameron couldn't make him pay because he didn't have the attributes, he didn't have the skill set to make Jaron Boots Ennis pay. He was lucky, like, oh shit, he missed that. Okay, get over here, hit him with a few good shots, but Terence Crawford and Earl Spence is going to make you pay, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be way sharper, way smarter, way slicker. IQ got to be up more, and you got to be on your shit. Now, credit, when you get in there with those caliber fighters, you do take your game to another level. You do. Boots knew that he can walk to this man all day. He knew that he can try to catch him with big shots and knock him out. And that played a part in that performance as well because you got the crowd out there for you. You know he can't hurt you. You in there trying to do everything you can do to hit him and hurt him so you can go out there and just demolish his ass. But, the kid was more crafty than he thought. More crafty. And we know Terence Crawford is 10 times crafty than Karen. So, it's going to make for a hell of a fight if this fight can come to fruition, right? Depending on what Earl want to do. But if Terence Crawford and Jaron Boots Ennis could come to fruition and that fight could take place, you know, if Boots don't get the right experience, I'm going to still favor Terence Boy Crawford in the fight. It's going to be a hell of a fight now, but Boots going to raise the level. He's going to be ready, you know. But, you know, you need the experience, bro. You need the certain fighters, the certain fights to get you ready for certain fighters. You know what I'm saying? That's just real shit. That's with anybody. It's when you got top-notch caliber opponents, world championship, future Hall of Fame fighters in your division. You have to be on your shit because a lot of shit that you get away with these certain fighters, you're not going to get away with it with them, bro. And that's just real talk. That's just real talk, you know? Boots needed probably a couple more years to get that type of experience. But if he get his opportunity to fight these dudes, I'm not telling him not to take it. Take it, see what happened. Could you catch their ass with a big shot and get them up out of there? It's boxing. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. You know? And you getting experience even if you lose. You dig? You can't praise it. Oh, and you come back even better. But right now, I'm quite sure Terence Crawford confidence raised a little bit more if he watched that Jaron Boots in his fight or his team watched it and looked at the mistakes that Boots was making and the problems that Terence was giving Boots when Boots was rushing trying to catch him and fighting somebody that's on the move like that. You dig? So we'll see if this fight can come to fruition in the future. We'll see if Money Brown TV right or not. Boots might go in there and smoke his ass. Bud might go in there and smoke his ass. But what I seen, yeah, Terence Crawford get Boots all type of props in that ring, and Terence Boy Crawford win that fight. But hey, we'll see. Until then, it's your boy Money. It's the NSBC. Moving everybody safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. You want to donate? OG Money on Cash App. TreyHunter52@gmail.com on PayPal. If not, just tell a friend. Hit that subscribe button. Like, comment, share the videos. And y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status, family.